Namaste, beloved. At the moment, I don't have really anything to share with all of you, except that I can just sit quietly. So if anybody feel like talking to me, please you can talk. Yeah, Swarika, you want to talk?
Hello, beloved. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Hello.
Yes. I wanted to explore something with you. If also along the lines, I think that you mentioned in the beginning. Uh, I noticed lately that I'm very r- feeling rigid to change, in life, and that is I don't know if it has been, and I just noticed it. But as soon as I noticed it, it was like I felt like this is something boring and it's like stale kind of thing. So, yeah, this is something I wanted to explore with you.
So realization of something simply means that you got to know about it, isn't it? So knowledge can never be harmful or or helpful in by itself. No, it is based on what we are going to do with it, isn't it? So what you will do with it now? No? This this is where we can explore right now. Because if you are going to sit and feel sad about it, no, then this knowledge or realization was harmful for you in a way, no? Meaning not useful for you, no? Isn't it? So do you want to be benefited not just by this knowledge but by every knowledge, no? This can be the direction of exploration in this moment also. And the surprising thing is that anybody who want to be benefited even can be benefited by poison, like a poison in the hands of a doctor or a Ayurvedic doctor or somebody, for example, no? So it's definitely not about what it is. It is about how we use it, what we do with it, no? What do you feel about it? Like, are we exploring in the right direction?
Yes, definitely. Sometimes when I realize certain things, I do feel like sad and what is this? But that doesn't serve any good purpose. And this along these lines of wanting, um, this is the correct direction. Also, I feel what you just shared.
Yeah, like I noticed that in different occasions of life, I found out different people who are very very wise in some way. Even living as a person, they are so wise. Like there was one of our friend in Delhi who would not feel sad when something bad happens in his life. He would distribute sweets and all. He- we used to feel, what is this funny thing? Why you are distributing sweet and all? He said, I just want to declare to the world, and in one sense, maybe to me also, that me feeling sad or happy is not connected to what is happening in my life. Meaning it will not, that will not decide. I will decide. He said like this. A very simple, ordinary man, non-meditative, totally. Like totally ambitious and looking into life together. So if this can become clear to us that it's just that I'm in the mood to feel sad today, and I'm now searching for excuses. So stop searching for excuses and allow yourself to feel sad in that moment. That can be such a freedom for us, freedom from a wrong way of looking at things or attachment to things in like this. Everything that is happening inside us is going to be have some effect in our life in a way. No? We are wearing it as a soul. We are experiencing it inside ourselves. No? So that effect will be there anyway. And then what we do with it and how it affects our abilities as a whole, as a being, to respond to life and all that also. But more than that, what is our mood? How we want to be today? Do I want to be sad or do I want to be happy? No? And if this becomes clear to us, that it is not about what is happening inside me, how I want to be independently. And this is the freedom from the attachment or identification with the energies that are happening inside us. Identification with the experiences which are happening inside us. So there is an identification here. Identification in the sense that whatever is the whatever is going on inside me is deciding. Not that what is happening inside us is actually deciding, it is just we are believing, like we are imposing our idea on it. Like when we want to be sad, we are sad. When we want to be happy, we are happy. No? And plus, things become more complicated when we attach it to what is going on right now. And if we can dissect it, or how to say, like deconstruct it into two things, that what is happening right now inside me versus what I want, what I feel right now. And most often, we will feel that I just want to be peaceful and joyful. No? And we will be able to. Maybe we will not be able to feel peaceful and joyful very much in the body mind because energies are not in alignment with that mood. But regardless, we will still feel joyful in the base. No? Plus, we will do something about energies now. Hey, why my energies are not? Let's say like the vibrant colors are the sign or supporting colors for celebration, and dark colors are like for sadness and for gloomy mood when we will be. And let's say you are in the celebration mood and the colors are gloomy, you will change the colors. No? Possible. Maybe it will take some time, but at least it will become clear what is what. No? What do you feel? Is it not something useful for you?
Yes, but I would like to clear more
Yeah, please
because
tell me.
it's this this what you said about dissecting. It feels a bit blurry about imposing and how I'm doing this exactly, because when this bunch when this bunch of things are there, that time I'm not like alert about that I am actively doing this kind of thing.
It is true. Like what is happening is that in the base, we all are a being. We all are a being, regardless of what we are doing with our life or with our body, mind, energy. Like there is no exception to it. No? So you, the being. So I can very safely say that you, the being, actually from inside, kind of either like 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 a clarity that okay, I know this, what is going on here. And if that is true, it only brings joy and more flowering in our life. So the true knowledge of the being that you are about even small things like this will bring more joy and openness and flowering, holistic flowering in our life. No? When that knowledge of the being that you are is not true about these things, like this, what is happening. Like we can call it like this, that the, the, the knowledge towards what is going on right now. No? When that knowledge is not true in you. No? That time when something is happening, and because your knowledge about it is not true, and because of that your relation with it is also not true, and then you get into it in a way like got caught up in an experience inside. Like we may feel I got caught up in that experience. How to get out of it now? This is okay. We can try to get out of it in that moment. Even if we don't try to get out of that experience is like a smoke. It's just going to disappear by itself anyway. Some other experience will happen, but it's not going to remain exactly same. No? but we can do something about it. But what we can do better more is that we spend some time in ourself, where the time when we are not so much into the experiences, but more just sitting quietly and trying to understand this whole mechanism and trying to understand our relation with it. Like when something is happening inside me, what exactly is this thing? You know. So this is the first time where we are we are kind of accepting that maybe I'm wrong about what I think is happening inside me. No? So the first time we are allowing the doubt to happen towards our knowledge that we have, which looks like a seal deal. Like, is this for sure? Is a negative experience happening? It's so negative, like we are so certain generally about it. So this is what can be done, and this is what I call contemplation. Contemplation has many different ways, but it is essentially you, the being, decided to look again into something which you thought is already perfect in you, which mainly going to be some fundamental knowledge or fundamental way of looking at things. Like bringing uh, your simplicity of seeing in the moment again, that am I really seeing what I think I'm seeing? Because in the outer life, there are many reminders. We go to the road, somebody will hit you if you are not in the right lane, or something like this. But in the inside, there are no reminders in that way until we feel some disturbances or something, and we realize something is not okay. Like why I am feeling disturbed by the same party which everybody else is joining, for example, could be a reminder for us that, oh, and even sometimes that is not a reminder for us. We go home with the misunderstanding that everybody is against me. Even sometime like this could be like this. You know? But inside we don't have so much of reminders. That's why we will have to do this work ourselves. Not believing that I'm just perfect all the time. Everything of my is perfect. You, the being, is perfect really. But your knowledge about yourself and everything may not be perfect yet. And having this openness really may help, I feel. No? Because it's not about giving up something, pushing away something, changing something. It's about coming to the truth of something. Where I don't assume, I know that you are being, meaning you are truth. So your existence is already truth. You cannot become more true than you are already. But the knowledge about yourself and about everything can be corrected. And we may not realize that not only contemplation, but even just sitting, just meditation, just sitting, actually is a very beautiful ground where we get to see a lot. Like our own things we get to see, because we step back a little bit more deeper than the mind field. No? Mind field you can consider like this, that like we will define the truth in different ways in different times. So this moment, this is how it feels like. I feel like we can define like this, that mind field is like where thinking is happening. So when you are in the mind field, that time you will experience we will experience ourselves as a thinker. That hey, I am a thinker. Like thinker, not only capable of thinking, but also having a sense of responsibility that I have to think the thoughts which are happening inside me. Like a compulsion, even lightweight compulsion, that whatever thought has come, I have to think about it. Not really. Then we go deeper in the heart, where we are living as an experiencer, where all whatever feelings are happening feels like I have to live them. Not really. We are not bound to live what is happening inside. Actually, that energy which is present inside us is just present. It becomes a feeling or a type of feeling only after we experience it and declare what it is. No? The experiencer is adding a lot to that experience. Like the experiencer is bringing a lot to the table and believing that it all was given, it all was on the table only. No. And one step deeper is the state of being that we are. No. So we come to this state of being without adding anything, without trying to experience anything, without trying to think also. No? So this is where we come in just sitting. No? And as this just sitting mostly will not happen like, shh, okay. No, it kind of gradually happens. And this gradual time, as we go deeper, we get to see these things also. If we don't conclude so fast or for a long time, we will get to know a lot about our own way of looking and many things like this. You know. What do you feel? Are we talking in sync or no?
Yes, absolutely. I'm following also what you're saying, so it feels like, my God, I'm doing so much.
This is one of the funny things about you, the being, experiencing yourself as a doer, no? Because actually you are doing a lot that time when you are living as a doer. Not that it is necessary in order to live a wonderful life. Let your body, let your energies do the work, no? You monitor, you monitor. You give them direction, Like this is your flock, this is your herd. Give it direction, give it training, give it food, give it health, like remove its all the non-essential. No? It is your horse, ride on it. You don't start running like a horse, no? You know? Identification. What is identification? We start living like a horse. This body mind is the horse, no? You are the being, the rider. You are the rider. This mind is the horse, mainly. Mind, body basically is same thing for me, no? Like one thing. You are the rider. Sometime don't ride at all. This is just sitting meditation. Don't ride at all. Meaning don't ride on anything of the body mind. Just sitting quietly. So that you know I'm separate from it. And I'm different from it also in nature. Our nature is different from the energies, from this horse of body mind. No? Nature in the sense that first of all, like definable, mm, like how to define it could be that these energies are changing. Not that the material these energies are made of, the base material is changing, that base material remains same, exactly same all the time. But there are so many forms, they are taking so many forms continuously. But our nature is that we are not taking any form ever, ever. We are not taking any form ever. Meaning we cannot take any form, even if we want to. Hence the identification. Identification is a way to experience being a form. I am this form. No. And if you sit quietly, you will know, no, I am not. So that truth is exposed when we sit quietly. That's why just sitting is so difficult. If we are in favor of, living in what we think is true, about ourselves, particularly. So just sitting can disidentify ourselves from this horse of body mind into who we are truly. Body mind will still be there, by the way. Still, it will be eating that grass, getting ready to ride. No, it's not that it is dead. It's not dead really. No, it is just ready. You tell when to ride. Okay, let's ride. There's a very beautiful example given. I don't know where, but I heard this somewhere. There was a rider and there was a horse. And the rider is riding on the horse. Horse is very, very, very strong and very energetic. So it can ride very fast and for long, long time. No? Rider is also very trained rider, very strong and very, very energetic and healthy. So it can also sit on the horse for long, long time. No? And they enjoyed like this, keep riding, and both were enjoying each other's company and togetherness and flow and everything, up to the point that the rider started feeling tired. No? And the horse also started feeling tired. But because the rider was there on the horse thought that I have to continue running. And also, The rider continued sitting on the horse because it thought that the horse is running. No? So it became like a circle. They got into one thing. They became like a one thing. And the rider continued riding, horse continued running. They both got exhausted and died. No? And maybe they met in the heaven afterward that, okay. And then they talked to each other. What happened? Why you did not stop? The rider said to the horse. Horse said, why you did not get down of me so that I could stop? Because this is how the set program is. No? This is how it has been always. No? That you said, get down, I stop. No? Or you express that I want to get down, and then I stop. You did not express, no? So just sitting meditation means getting down from the horse, so that the horse knows that it is time to relax. The energies will relax also, by the way. But we kind of keep holding onto the horse also while we are just sitting, no? And the horse gets the message that I have to be ready all the time, so he starts eating grass very fast, no? Because I have to be healthy, because or drinking water and everything, because I have to prepare, no? You see what I'm saying? Clarity is magic, really, my friends. Be clear. By sitting in yourself also, in this meditation, just sitting, fundamental meditation, and also in this way of looking, clear looking, fundamental looking, contemplation. No? Are we good then like this?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry, again it broke. Just saying very much thank you. And the way you just explain everything, and I also want like live with you, so it's just like wow. I can say thank you.
Thank you, beloved. You are a good listener. No? Thank you. Can we say like this, that when I ask you what do you want, I'm asking that I'm asking you, the rider, no, not the horse, no. You, the rider, means you, the soul. What do you want right now? You want to stop or you want to continue riding? No. This is what I mean, that there are only two directions of a soul, either going out or slowing down. That I want to stop now, or maybe I want to stop now for some time. Maybe no, not like forever. No. So, if we want to stop, then satsang is a very good place. Just sitting meditation and satsang is very good, no? Because we will learn to slow down and finally stop, no? Or learn to stop, basically. Anybody who learns to stop also has learned to start, no? Because if we can stop, we can start, or no? If we can stop moving, we can start moving also. Because it doesn't mean that we have learned to just sit and do nothing, then we will not be able to do anything after that. No. It simply means that we are not bound to a circle of doings. No. Bondage means bound to a circle of doings. No. Like there is a compulsion to do. We are just breaking that compulsion. No. This is how we are gaining the mastery. The soul is gaining mastery onto itself, onto the energies also. No? Energies is what we do. Being is what we are. No? Like clarity is what helps, like wisdom. Wisdom. No? The more clear we are, the good. No, the good. Yeah, Uma.
Thanks, Stacy. I want to talk to you from this place where I am finding myself to check like my test.
Yeah, please talk.
It is very free feeling, like it is not like that I am not finding anything inside, but I am not uh, I don't have any objection or judgment about inside things, like a separation, clear separation is feeling, clear difference is feeling, I can say, quality difference. Both are different uh, type. You say something, please.
In this, this is what we call the process of awakening, or a different, like a process of awakening that begins, not a process given by somebody, but more something that starts inside us. No, as we learn to sit in ourselves, our natural capacity of observing also wakes up. No, our natural capacity of observing is not looking for anything anywhere inside us; it is just looking. Just looking, naturally knowing what is going on inside. No? What is looking for is the mind's way, like the same power is being used by the mind. The difference between what I call consciousness or ability to be conscious and attention. No? You know, attention is that state of consciousness when it is caught up in a circle of thoughts and feelings and serving them. No? So wherever the thoughts and feelings want it to go, it focuses on that. No? Versus that consciousness is resting now. No? When the consciousness is resting, it is the same consciousness, which is our natural ability also, by the way, to just look, not to look for anything. No? And that ability right now is just acknowledging. And this is where what I'm calling the process has started. Process of awakening has started now. No? What it means? That in the beginning we are very clear about everything that we know inside us, that okay, this is the content, this is the mind, this is the body, this is the witness, and this is I am. And now the things will be reinvented in a way, like will be known to us again from from scratch. No? Like they will be reintroduced to us now, that what actually is the content. Because right now we are actually able to see directly first time. First time. Before that we are continuously looking. Like our ability to look is being used, plus the thoughts and feelings mixed with it. That's why we are never actually seeing how actually truth is of our this inside, meaning the truth of the content, truth of the container. No, this time, first time we are actually meeting the truth of the content and the container. No? And a correction will take place now here, like as if there are some residue of the mind still present inside us, which is going to leave us. We are going to become more empty of that, and more empty looking. No, empty looking means you, the being, looking, but not empty like lost empty, but empty like not going anywhere, like present and looking. Just present and looking, like just not restricting yourself in any way, like no fear. Like no fear, like not like this, very relaxed and like a child basically. A child, how a child looks, no? I mean, we know that in the villages we used to experience, maybe not now, that like some children are there and you look at them and they are just looking at you. And they just keep looking at you for a long time. Because there is nothing to hide there. Meaning nothing to hide means nothing to process. They are not trying to process anything. Do you see? So in this, Uma, in this sitting where you are, in this just being and looking, you are not trying to process what you are seeing. No? So this not trying to process is what is just looking, no? Just seeing. This is not a activity or exercise. This is your natural way of looking at everything. And we are going to know now really what is thought, what is feeling, what is body, what is energy, all of it, no? Can I add here a little something? That at first we will know it as more like as one thing, like this whole thing is like one energy, no? It looks like this. When we are sitting in the stillness of our being and just looking, no? Then a kind of a natural mind will grow inside us. A natural mind of the true being that you are, will grow. Meaning, you, the true being, will know really what a thought is, what body is, what these things are, what is their relation with each other. You know, like from inside, that knowledge will happen to us. This is not the knowledge which we can learn from anywhere, from anybody. This is the knowledge which just gets kind of established in a way, like a more stable, confirmed knowledge that the nature of what is the nature of things inside me, no? Or outside also. No? So this is where the natural mind grows in us slowly. The old mind is absolutely useless here, just simply useless here in this view, no? Because even the old mind is an object that is being known by you here. So that cannot be used, no? Like this. So this just sitting is a most powerful and most rewarding, activity the being that we are can do once we understand what it is. This is the being mode. It is not an exercise. No? As we learn to be in the being mode more. No? In this being mode, what happens is that we get to come to the rest that we have been seeking for a long time. As a being, we are searching for that rest. Mostly we don't notice maybe. So that rest we get here. But rest is not sleeping. The body mind needs sleep. The being doesn't need sleep in that way. Its way of resting is very different. No? Like if you know, then in yoga we have this asana called savasana, where you just lie down like a dead body, on the floor. That time we get to rest a lot, but that time we are not sleeping really. No, we are much more awake than asleep actually. Like we are far from being asleep that time. So that is the rest of the body. Now in the similar way we can sense what is the rest of the being. Like not being anything. This is the restful state of being, no? That you are not being anything. This is the effortless state of your being, not trying to be anything. No? Not trying to. And why we keep trying to be something all the time? Because we have a fear that if I let go, I will not be able to be anything after that. And what will happen to my body? It's not true really. We will be able to. Because that relation is still there. No? So I think it's good. This is what came. Like.
It is very beautiful what you shared, and coming, I have received it directly. It is more beautiful feeling for me, but it could happen.
Oh, thank you. Very, very nice.
Thank you, Ji.
Like just a something for every one of you that I said before also, let me say again that we can think about our feelings and we can feel our thoughts. Try to see this, please. Because both are basically energy. Thoughts are energy, feelings are energy. Energy can be felt by the being that you are. So in this way we can feel our thoughts. Our ability to think can apply to any and everything that is happening inside us. So even our feelings, we can think about them. We were talking, Sarika and me, we were talking. So we can think about what is happening inside us. Or we can actually know or live it. As the being, we can live it. As a thinker, we think about it. Even as an experiencer, we are not really neutrally living. Even as an experiencer, in the heart, we're still very conditioned, driven by certain preferences and choices and likings and dislikings. No, you know what I mean? What it is? Can we live it in this simplicity, in this moment? That why the experiencer has preferences towards what is being experienced by it, the energy, no, inside, no. Because this experiencer is made of the being that we are, plus some energy also in it. No? Like it is made of two things. And that energy mixed with the experiencer, true experiencer, pure experiencer, is kind of deciding in a way what is in favor of me and what is against me. No? Do you see what I mean? Otherwise, the pure experiencer can experience anything exactly in the same way. Pure experiencer that we are can experience any and everything of this body-mind exactly in the same way. I don't mean that we will not have a wisdom to kind of know that when my hand is on fire or something. We will know all these things. These are natural things inside us already. But we are talking about something mixed with you, the experiencer, true experiencer, and you not knowing about it. No? We are talking about that. As soon as you become aware that something is mixed with me, even if it remains mixed with you, it is not mixed with you anymore. You became free now. This is the power of knowing truly. No? This is what is waking up basically, seeing clearly, knowing clearly. In the similar way, Uma, as a thinker, we are the thinker, there is no other thinker. In the mind also, as a thinker, something is mixed with the thinker. The thinker has preferences, thinker has some prejudices, thinker has some beliefs. No? Like the base knowledge, as a thinker, like the base or core of the thinking capacity is mixed with the thinker, which decides what I will think today, how I should think, what I should think, what I should value or not. No? Pure thinker, as you are, unmixed, no? Not mixed with any thinking process or results of any thinking. No? Like a first-time thinker, you are always going to be like a first-time thinker. Thinker meaning capable of thinking really, very normally as we do right now, but not biased, not colored in any way. No? What will come in the way also is, I noticed that what comes in the way of waking up or coming to the purity of our being is our long-lived relationship with the way we have been living, like the way of thinking, like we have developed a relationship, no? Like I can give you an example of we have these earphones, earphones we use earphones to listen to the music. There are some special type of earphones which musicians use. They are called in-ear monitors. In-ear monitor. I got to get my hands on them first time, and they are kind of very flat. Like there's no punch, like no bass or this. There's just no, like it's just so flat. But if we get developed taste for it, it is so clean, it's so absolutely clean. It's exactly as it was recorded, or being broadcast right now. Exactly, like nothing is added to it. Like no coloring, like it is called coloring of the sound. No? So there is no coloring here. It's just pure. So but mostly people don't like. They are mostly used for by the musicians. No? Like there is no bass. I want bass because without the bass of the drums, we are not able to enjoy that particular song or like this. No? Because of the relation like this. No. So that relationship of how we are experiencing life for a long time through thinking and feeling and being in the body mind also plays a role here, like attachment. And we will take maybe time also because of this. No? That I'm not feeling that punch when I'm just neutral and just sitting in myself, no? As pure being. I don't feel that punch. But if we give chance to it a little bit, if we are really interested in it, like a stream of, divine, joy opens up from inside us. Absolutely pure, like never happened before in existence. This is the first time this joy is flowing in the existence through you. First time, like absolutely first. It is really true also, what I'm saying, first time, like literally first time. It is so pure, directly coming from the source. If somebody has value for it, you will give up everything for it in a way. No? Like I don't care if I'm not experiencing that punchy base of my mind or my emotions right now. It's all right, no? Let me just enjoy this, this silent joyfulness. So we develop taste for it slowly, but once we develop taste for it, we don't like any other form of earphones, no? Meaning we don't like any other form of music, in a way. No? Any other form of listening or living. So this is what is pure perception. Pure perception basically is not adding anything to what is being perceived or lived. This is pure perception, where you have to be so empty and also still as the being. No? Where you don't have a choice towards what you want to experience, or you don't have a preference. You are just present, capable of perceiving, no? And perceiving. No? And as I said, Uma, there is a correction going to happen here. That correction basically is the purity of living or perceiving what is present. What is present separate from us. And that purity somehow reveals the deeper truth of the experiencer and the experienced. Like they have sort of a relationship which is not visible to us at first. Like what is going on inside me is one thing, and what I am and experiencing is another. They don't have any relation. We feel like this in the beginning, and slowly that relation becomes more and more clear. The experiencer is the experienced. The perceiver is the perceived. And like this, there is no perceived really, there is just the perceiver. There is no experienced, there is just the experiencer. Like playing with itself, the experiencer playing with itself. No? The being of life just playing with itself. These are some very simple and direct truth. And they are going to be true for us as soon as we will know them inside us. So don't believe this. Sit in yourself and you will know this. No? Because as a person, we are not playing with ourselves. As a person, everybody else is playing with us. No? That's the problem. That's the suffering. No? That any life situation can trigger, and everything else is playing with us. We are like a football, no? As a person, and we don't want to be. So very good. Thank you. Please, everybody, use your time of our togetherness to clarify something or like this. It may not appeal to us really at first. Let me just share that it may not appeal to us at first, that the more we learn to sit quietly, not by force, but by our own understanding and value for it, clarity about it, the more somehow things start getting resolved. Things are not really going anywhere. Things are not coming from anywhere. No such thing is happening. They are just being resolved in a way. Resolved means what? Resolved means that I was living in a life full of a lot of duality. Not duality. Duality means like things are separate from each other, and this is this and that, and lot of confusion, lot of struggle also, because I have to protect myself from things. I have to protect things from myself also. When there's addiction, no, I have to protect things from myself. And lot of struggle, other people, this and that happening. And this whole thing is kind of resolving into one harmonious, joyful wholeness. No? As we learn to sit quietly more and more by our own understanding and will, this whole thing starts becoming like a one joyful wholeness. Things are not really going anywhere. They are not coming also from anywhere. They were just like this. The truth was just like this before also. It's just being known by us now, being lived by us now. And what will happen is that we will sit quietly, and then again the old impulses will come to again do something with what we think is present inside us or outside. And we will do that. It's all right. But as we will continue sitting in ourselves and learning, it will resolve into one wholeness more and more. Where not that something has got disappeared from our life. Like sometimes we have this kind of misunderstanding that if I am a meditator, if I am just meditating, like I will not get chance to experience life. Where that life will go when you will be meditating? It will just be right where it is. So it doesn't go anywhere. It's just that we stop dreaming. That's all that happens. What is awakening is that we just stop dreaming. Everything exactly remains same. So the more we stop dreaming, the more we are waking up, and the more the whole thing comes into a joyful, divine wholeness of who we are, what body, mind, and everything is. No? That's what I meant, that the perceiver is perceived, the experiencer is the experienced. They are one thing, not two things. No? They're just one thing, they are not two things. Slowly we will wake up to it. But the way is very simple. No? Like doing less in the direction of awakening, doing less, seeing more. No? Doing less, being more. No? So just sitting basically is, if we are too much interested in doing, then just sitting is enabling us to see more. And if we are not so much interested in doing, but more interested in relaxing, then just sitting is enabling us to just be more. No? Just be more. Being. What is being? Being. This being is the magic. This is the mystery that we are. We all are. And we are just, many times we are not exploring this, what we are. No. We cannot know the being that we are by doing something about it. But we can do a lot to understand this. For example, that I cannot do really anything to know or live the being that I am. For that I need to be. This just sitting is being. Being. Just sitting means being. So just sitting is not really what it looks like from the outside when we started. That I'm trying to be, I'm just trying not to move. That's not really just sitting. There's just an understanding developing, correction happening in our understanding about it. And one day we will succeed in it. Just sitting and doing nothing. Like when you, the being agrees to just sit and do nothing. That only then this just sitting can succeed. When we rejoice in just sitting and doing nothing. Before that, it is like a solution for problems that we are facing in living of life as a person, as a thinker, as a doer, as an experiencer. Before that, just sitting is going to be like a means to an end. No, this is not a means to an end. This is the truth that we are. Just sitting, we discover the truth that we are. It doesn't give us anything, by the way, except that we just know who we are. And from here, a training of the self begins towards its energies, what they are, what is body, what is life. Like slowly it knows, like a newborn, awakened baby, like a newborn soul. Just let us just sit. I'm not inviting all of you for my guided meditation right now, but the talk continues that let us just sit and see what part of our self-knowledge survives here and what part doesn't. That part of our self-knowledge which survives here after effortlessly sitting in ourself, that is true self-knowledge. No? Rest is our own maintained self-knowledge, which if we don't do anything will not survive. No? It's a pointing that if you don't do anything, does your self-knowledge survive? No? It does actually, if it is true. So true self-knowledge basically is based on being, but not being like I am being like this and the mind captured an image of it and we take that image to be our self-knowledge. No. Self-knowledge is like a living of yourself. But in a alive manner, no? Alive manner. So self-knowledge is actually always alive in a way. It's never old. No? It's always right now. So I think I have said enough now. Either or some of you continuously people talk, otherwise we will have to end this meeting now. Mila, you want to talk?
Yes, we are speaking about just sitting today. And I just wanted to share my experience of just sitting meditation. At the beginning, just sitting was for me like to stop away from daily life activity, just to take a break, for example, of everything. It was
You mean to take a break from thinking about your daily life activities?
yes, like
Not really cutting off from daily life, no?
no, like break of thinking, doing part, this kind of things. That was my beginning. Then just sitting was like again break, but in another type of things. It was like a break to just sit and do nothing at all. Don't try to stop or don't try to I don't know. Yeah, don't try to stop. That was the second step. Then it became like to just see everything as it is. And I was never actually listening to this recording really because I was continuously busy in kind of doing part. But somehow for some time I realized during the listening of the recording and following your guidance step by step that just sitting is actually just sitting. And what I realized for myself that yes, it is true that I can see everything as it is, like my body is sitting on this chair And I do really exist. And that was kind of such a beautiful thing for me to see, that I'm not taking myself as body anymore. I can see clearly that this is the body, and this is existence in this body. And this is very beautiful. And I wanted to say thank you for you, that I'm able to go through all of this, and finally to just see and listen to to your guidance.
Very beautiful, very, very beautiful. Like very well explained also even. Like your words have truth, but your words are also very clear, clearly explaining. No? Very, very nice. I want to just share for a moment, and then we will come back to what where you are inviting me. That like a pointer, like a note for everyone who may be benefited by it. That there is a state of a being when we realize that I am, and there is a state before that, and they are very different states from each other. The way things are understood is very different. The way things are seen or experienced are also very different. You know, I just wanted to share this note with all of you because I have also gone through this and I saw that difference now. That when before it is realized that I'm existing in this body, our way is very, very different of looking at things. It is based in the rooted in the needs and the fears and everything. No, that's why our seeing is never so clear. You know, like we are much less neutral. We are not really neutral before that. And once we are able to notice this truth that I am present in this body, something very different happens now. No? Like as you said, we don't try to push away anything, remove anything. Actually, we start getting to we start seeing things as they are now. Like we are so much more comfortable or so much more neutral in a way, like empty of projections or empty of knowledge in a way, like empty of ready-made knowledge in a way. But more now we are full of true knowing of towards everything which is happening inside us. Like first time we are comfortable with the truth. No? Before that we are just not comfortable with the truth because in what state we live before we realize that I am present in this body is that what we call dream state. We are dreaming about ourselves and about everything else. We don't notice that we are dreaming, that the way of dreaming is through a circle of thoughts and feelings combined together, producing every experience for us. Like a replica of real life. No? Like a complete replica, like exact matching replica of real life. That's why when I'm talking to you and to all of you, I'm able to experience your presence as what you are, truly the being. No? And your body, mind, thoughts are also actually here as a reality. But right now in your case, for example, they are serving the truth that you are now. They are serving you who is present. Now they are not serving the dream in which you were. No? But before that, everything of the body mind is serving the dream in which we were. And there we don't have many options really. Meaning either in that state of dream, we have very strong desire to wake up. Like we know that something is not okay here and I want to get out of this whole thing. You know, so either that is where satsang comes in play, that those who want to wake up means those who want to get out of this whole thing called myself and my experiences and my confusions and my goals and all of it into more real version of it or more real, like reality of it. No? And if that such a desire and clarity is not there towards waking up, then the only option left is stability and clarity. The more stable is the dreamer, the more it is out of it. Because the dreamer is the dream. If dreamer is not there, there is no dream. So dream is the activity of the dreamer. Try to see that dream is the activity of the dream. There is not dream going on somewhere and dreamer is just looking at it like a movie or something. It's not like this. Dreamer is doing something. That's why the dream is there. So dream is like a dance of the dreamer. Not like a painting somewhere or movie somewhere and can just watch it as a video. It is participating, that's why it is there. And in that state of when we are not living as who we are, meaning when we have not recognized ourselves as present in this body, what we call I am, I exist, no? That time we don't have many options really. The more stable we are, the better. Because the less we will participate in the dream. Meaning the less will be the dream there. The amount of dream, or you can say the which looks like a fog sometime to us when we want more clarity. That fog will be less and less. So more clarity, less fog, more clarity. Then comes this, like we will slowly know that when we move our hand, let's say within the dream, we move our hand, we will know how we are moving it and who we are, who is moving it up to some degree, no? This is like waking up partially waking up. This is what is being conscious. Being conscious means waking up slowly, little bit. Spiritual growth. No? This is the spiritual growth. No? Yeah. So stability and clarity is the spiritual growth part within the dream, where we become clear that nobody is forcing me to suffer in this life or to experience anything. I am just choosing. Before that, we are just blaming continuously. We are blaming the dream. And then we feel, no, there is nobody really pushing me anywhere. I am deciding. Then this is where our life can become much better experience. So slowly, we kind of, through the spiritual growth or being more conscious or aware, we come to that borderline of the dream and the awakened state of who we are. No? And that is, and if we can be like this in satsang, very quickly we can cross that over into our true state of being without noticing. Like one moment you are like a person and dreaming, another second, a split up second. Oh my God. So I am this. Yeah, you are this. No? Just like this, a split up second in satsang it is possible and happens. And happening to many of you. Just imagine now, one last thing. What if you do just sitting meditation while in the dream? What will happen? Let us try to understand this. What will happen if we do this just sitting meditation while in the dream? Because outside of the dream, we don't need to do this just sitting meditation. You just sitting, no? By yourself, because you know I am. And you first time know I am. There is such an excitement to kind of experience who or what I am. No? Not now searching for anything, not going anywhere, because you are just right where you are. You are always what you are. No? So that is never changing. Only thing is that, okay, how much time I have for myself now to rejoice, to feel the joy of my being, and to live the beauty of my own self. No? But before that, we need this just sitting. What will happen? Let's say when we are dreaming, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm doing like this. The just sitting meditation also works in the direction of stability within the dream. Meaning for somebody who don't want to really wake up, they just are fed up with the amount of things they have to process in each decision they need to make in life. So that can also bring clarity and stability in them, just sitting. And it does actually, meaning normally people who are not really so much spiritually oriented or focused on awakening, they are benefited by meditation, just sitting meditation a lot. Just doing a little bit every day, and they feel more stable, rooted and capable of thinking what they want to think, and capable of enjoying the experiences that they create or buy in their life, let's say. So this is all came. Thank you, beloved. Very, very, very nice. Because the problem, Mila, in this case, about we are trying to understand everything in spirituality. That okay, this is awakening, this is enlightenment. Enlightenment is a little kind of higher than awakening. Awakening is a little lower than enlightenment. And then before that is like being conscious, being aware, or I am awareness, I am consciousness. And before that is a little bit what we call I am the presence. And before that is like I am the stable thinker. Like we have defined everything so well, you know, that there is no scope for actual real knowing and you know, even there just sitting will help us to get out of all of that work that we have done in spirituality, to just be simple again, just be alive again, just be real again, just be real seer again. No? Like you see from your own eyes, not from what we have heard from others. No? Like is there any such thing called awareness inside me? You know? Like everybody check right now. Because nothing is hiding from you. It's just that you need to be present here to find out. No? So any one of you have any question that I want to know this, which is inside me or not, this is the chance you have right now. Just sit inside yourself. Don't move. This is the point. If you move, you will not be able to see really clearly. So don't move so much. Like move as little as you can. And then you will find out right now whether it is there or not. Like if we are just seeing right now, you know, in this we are just seeing, we are not doing anything else right now, then we cannot deny the existence of body, for example. We cannot deny the breath. No? It's kind of there. It's just there. No? Everything else is subjective. It may be there. It may not be there even. Like it may be like everything is clear, like no thought, feeling going on. No? It is possible. But you are there also. You are here also. So thinking about who we are can help us getting out of the way, out of the trap of thinking. But thinking about who we are cannot tell us who we are. No? For that you just need to be yourself, no? Like as we are right now. No? So to know who we are, we don't need to think about it. No? We just need to feel and be who we are. No? But without thinking. This is important. We all feel that, yeah, I'm sitting very nicely in myself and feeling myself. But at the same time, we are thinking a lot also. We are involved in thinking and feeling also. Because, beloved, if you are sitting right now in yourself, can there be any power which can take you out of it? How that can happen? It's just not possible, no? Like, please allow, this is a very beautiful time for all of us, for awakening together, no? Please allow these things to be seen by you right now. It is just a very small portion of you deciding to just sit and do nothing else, and rest of you is nicely involved in the thoughts and feelings in that circle of continuous movement. No? This is how it seems to be. Like how much of you is here may sound very strange kind of question. And sometimes we cannot even understand that whole of myself is here. If whole of you is here, can anything move you? How exactly it can move you? Because it is you who is deciding, no? Meaning something can push you from outside, but can it attract you? It cannot, no? So can something pull you? Something cannot pull you. Something can push you, which is okay. Even if you are pushed by the energies, by the experiences, you are still going to be yourself or not within you. No? So let's care about being pulled, not being pushed. No? So how we are pulled? We think that I'm just nicely sitting in myself and I just got out of it and the mind came, I got into it. Sorry, but beloved, this is not true. We are continuously living in the mind. We just got out of it for a moment for just sitting. Obviously, we will not be able to stay here for a long time. But it can show us something very powerful. it can show us that we are living in the mind rest of the time. This is like a waking up, no? Like a growth. That for rest of the time I'm living in a circle, like a compulsion of thinking and feeling, thinking and feeling, thinking and feeling. No? Yes or no? Yeah. So in this way, this feeling came to express these things in this way. I hope they were useful for all of you. Thank you, Mila, for giving me this opportunity. That's why there is no place for hurry in the spiritual awakening or real spiritual growth. Real spiritual growth is a very stable thing. It's not like today it is there and tomorrow it is not there. Whatever way you have grown, you are just going to be there. You are never going to lose that growth. And this is going to pay. Like it is so rewarding. This is real spiritual growth is so rewarding. Like it makes us so much more stable in life also. But we are mostly in a hurry to find something called enlightenment. And then all of my problem will be solved. Actually, it's not going to happen like this. If any one of you want to experience joy, it can be experienced by you any moment if you let go of everything that you are doing with everything that is inside. It is as simple as this, and this is what is called just sitting. Don't do anything with anything that is happening inside. You just sit by yourself. You are joy itself. No? But if we are not able to do this, if we don't understand what it is, then contemplation, seeing what I am doing, why I am doing anything. So that is the spiritual progress that has to take place. No? If you all are able to connect to what I am sharing, then enough spiritual growth has already happened. Then you are already going to sit in yourself more and more and clearly understanding that, yeah, that's amazing. But if not, spiritual growth has to happen. And it is a good thing, not a bad thing. No? Like, I am in the dream, and I should just get out of the dream, and there should not be any dream ever now. This is the desire we have in the name of trying to wake up. But what is the guarantee that when you will be out of the dream, that will not be another dream? There's only one guarantee. Know the dream as the dream. There is only one guarantee. Know the dream as the dream. Know the mind as the mind. Know the ego state as the ego state. Know your state as yourself. When both are known by you, then only it is guaranteed that now I am living as myself. Only one way. No, there is no quick fix for it. I mean, there are quick fixes, but they are bigger traps than in which we were before. No? So the real awakening and real spiritual growth is so different. It's much more like being stable and clear than like getting this and losing that. No, just being more stable. Yeah, it's true really, and we get to see a lot actually when we are stable like this, and that's all that is necessary. We don't really need to do something, change something. We just get to see that what I'm doing is not necessary. And we don't do that after that, no? Then we do what is necessary and we just rejoice. But we do what is necessary to do is like part of how life is flowing and like it is part of being in resonance with the source, the flow that comes out of the source, no? The essential. And the non-essential is what is creating what we call disturbance or something. It is also creating the sense of control that I can do something. It is also creating a false I also inside us, no? All of that is there, but has to be seen by us. Like what do we want out of it, no? What are we searching for? This is my question actually to all of you. You the soul, what are you searching for? The key here is to first find out what are you searching for, and then you will very soon find it, whatever you are searching for. Because fundamentally we can achieve only one of the two things, either the truth or the clarity. No? Just two things. There is no third thing that can be actually achieved or can be lost. Everything is present in life like this forever. No? Clarity is what can be achieved. Confusion is what can be lost. Truth is what can be experienced, truth of who we are. And we can be or become the truth in one sense. Before that, we are not the truth in a way. Thank you, beloved. All of you, I think, very beautiful beings. That is such a beautiful sharing happening. No? Thank you. Yeah, Manu, you can talk.
Namaste ji.
Namaste ji.
Ji, I want to report about the just sitting. It is for me like stop the flow of fountain and fall back.
Can you say again? Can you say again?
Ji, yes. This just sitting for me is like stop the flow of fountain. Ji.
And then you said more, no?
And then fall back into the source.
Ah. In a way, you are right. Because, so what do you mean by fountain in this case? Explain more.
The fountain is the energy part. Like I am flowing into the energies, and then while just sitting, just stopped, and this flow of energies fall back again from where it is arising.
Oh, how amazing! That's very good, very beautiful clarity, no? Because this is something very true, and let me use this, take this opportunity to share that when we have decided to just sit and do nothing, does it really matter if something is flowing inside us or not? You know. And if it does, then we have not yet decided to do nothing, no? So there's a depth, like a deepening of understanding of this just sitting happens. That what exactly it is. It is a more of a decision, not like a trial and error. And it is a trial and error also, where we succeed sometime and sometime we don't, no? Like my energies are kind of too aggressive today, so I don't think I will succeed today. You know, we have this feeling, and it is a genuine feeling, not a true. And I would not suggest anybody to stop here like this, but it happens. It is true that it happens. No? That I'm kind of feeling too disturbed right now that I cannot really just stop. I have to fix it. You know, we have this kind of feeling also. But at some point, slowly we understand the value or the reward of just sitting. Just sitting is not an answer to fix some problem that we are feeling before that. You know, it is the solution, samadhan. It is the samadhi. You know? It is taking us to the samadhan, samadhi, like one solution. We are that solution. We are in this resolved state. You know, samadhi means like resolved. We are in a resolved state. And when we meet from the resolved state, these energies of body mind, which are not resolved and balanced yet, they will start becoming balanced also more and more. It's like a very unorganized house, like a messy house. But you, the one who was living in it, got resolved or woke up. No? Now, if you want, you are going to organize it very much like a military style organizing, or it can be just a joyful, redecoration, or just a little bit of dusting maybe, But something will happen here, Meaning it will all start coming in alignment with your taste. Very beautiful what you say, that you understood now that energies are flowing inside me is not really a thing in itself. It is that we feel that I am bound to those energies right now. No? Even just sitting can help in this, or contemplation can help. That just sit in this whole state right now where we are and try to figure out that what exactly is going on here, which I used to share a long time back. If you remember, every morning let us wake up and do the first thing, maybe not maybe first thing like really first thing, but after coffee or something, that let's just look inside us. Then before starting our day with the work and life participation, we just sit quietly and what is going on inside me? We just get to see this whole thing, get to see like this, just sit, just what is going on is going to kind of give us more clarity and stable point of view towards it. No? Then we get to see that actually the presence of energies inside me, it is true. They are kind of compelling, they are kind of pulling me. But also there is some cooperation from my side also. And the day we have discovered this, that there is some cooperation, I am cooperating from inside me also towards those energies. We will start breaking up from that cooperation, that relationship. The relationship is there, but not known to us. And now the relationship is there and it is known to us. Big difference, big difference. That subtle, simple work can happen, can be done here, rather than shouting that I cannot sit, just sitting is not working for me. And then clarity can work for us. No?
Yes, and this contemplation is in morning is helping me very much.
Oh yes. Yeah, please say. Yeah, say. Anything else?
I was just saying this, that this contemplation in morning very first is helping very much.
Oh, yes. I mean, these are very small things, but together they give us so much in the direction of spiritual growth and awakening that we don't realize before we start utilizing them well. These are tools we are using, no? which are serving the same exact same purpose, and which are serving you only, no? It's like we are walking and finding that it's kind of difficult for me to walk. However, there is a sense inside that I'm healthy, so I should be able to walk nicely. And this is scene one. Scene two is that we look into our legs and see that, hey, there's something heavy attached to my shoes, which is kind of dragging with my every step, and this is a better state than the scene one. Scene two is better. Now we know why it is difficult to walk. Then scene two could be, you just stop. And some kind of natural reflex comes from you, how to kind of get out of this thing which is mixed with, which is, dragging with your shoes, and that thing is left on the ground. You walk ahead of it, free from it, and so light now, no? So light. This is the power of clear seeing, contemplation. What is going on, What is going on, like this. So these three scenes are included in this contemplation, what is going on, versus believing that there is some evil power which is kind of pulling me. It's just that I don't have enough, positivity right now. Negativity is pulling me. Could be, maybe, but can we be more simple about these things and direct? We can actually, and we will be benefited so much more actually. One more thing to add here for all of you who are interested, no, in this just sitting. You said, Manu, that it is like flowing with the energies versus you decided to stop and you just fall back. You stop and the energies fall back, no, like this. You said into the source from where they arise. Very accurate, actually, very, very accurate. But one thing that can help also here is that if any one of you struggle in trying to just sit, please know that you don't really need to change the state of energies for that. You need to be more clear about your decision. Do you really want to stop? And why you want to stop? Because many times we may not be clear that I just want to sit so that I can flow better with my energies or I can get better experiences out of my energies sometime. And which may be okay. But even to get better life experiences out of just sitting meditation, when we are just sitting, that time we are really supposed to just sit and do nothing else. That time we are not supposed to think about how much more I will get out of it and what beautiful experiences will be produced out of this joyfulness and peacefulness. So if you can understand clearly this, then powerful energies are not going to be powerful anymore. Energies are powerful like wind. They are like wind, no? So maybe they are, but if we are clear about it, that if we know that wind is wind, then people are able to use the wind as wind power, like they are producing electricity out of it, no? For our advantage, rather than being blown away by it and somewhere, no? So true knowing, this is true knowing, no? Clear knowing, no? Like this. I feel that this is very important. All these exercises may look like a process which are adding something to us. No. Contemplation, meditation, satsang, they don't add anything to us or they don't remove anything from us. They just simply wake us up. Even when we are trying to sense that, hey, these energies are flowing and they are pulling me down so much. If we don't believe it to be true and we stop and decide to look deeply into it, we have started waking up as a being actually that time. Doesn't matter what we will look right now or what will be the result of this looking. No? So these are the two states of a being that we are flowing with the energies unconsciously and unaware of who we are, versus stopping, seeing, and then being who we are. No? Stopping, just sitting, seeing, contemplation, being, again just sitting after that. No? Just sitting in yourself, as yourself. No? Otherwise we just keep flowing. And within that keep flowing, we are trying to get maximum out of it, or trying to make it trying to figure out like that what it is and what it is not. No. Okay, one question I have, a simple, gentle question to all of you: are you in the flow, or are you the flow? Flow means flow of energies and life. Are you the life flow, or are you in the life flow? And take it in any way you want. It is just going to help you more. In any way, whatever is your philosophical point of view towards it, but right now, ask yourself this question: am I the flow of my life, or am I in the flow of my life? It could be that you are a surfer, no surfer. You are doing surfing. Your life energy and your life event is like a waves, and you are surfing through them. No? So are you a surfer in the flow of your body, mind, energies and life? Or are you the flow of your body, mind, energies and life? And do you want to be the flow of your body, mind, energies and life? Because as you know, there are two types of people in this world. who want to be the life and they are not able to be the life. And some people are feeling I am life and they don't want to be the life. Meaning they want to be the surfer, want more control. And some people kind of want to let go of the effort and they are not able to. Both the things are handled by clear seeing, by simple sitting in themselves, in ourselves. It is about discovering the truth, not changing anything about it. That is the freedom. So freedom from dreaming. Basically freedom is freedom from dreaming. And the freedom from effort connected to dreaming or maintaining the dream, which is a multi-story, multi-story dream, multi-level dream. The deepest level supporting the outer level and outer level, like different levels of games, no? In that way. We have asset also there. In the game we have assets, no? We have asset also there. Thank you. Very nice. Thank you, Manu.
Thank you very much.
Prajot, you want to talk?
Ji, namaste. Ji.
Namaste.
Ji, I want to report when you said you sit in yourself and check that awareness exists or not. So then I wanted to report that I checked and I found that that it exists, but not the way I was thinking before. Like I can be aware, but it brings like the light onto me when it like exists. Like I felt like when I tried to felt it, that awareness, and that it felt like I'm feeling myself. That is awareness I felt like. So I wanted to bring.
I'm very happy with your report. Very good. Because when we are trying to know what is awareness, are we thinking about what is awareness? Are we trying to feel what is awareness? Are we trying to be aware what is awareness? What exactly we are doing when we are trying to know what is awareness? Only when we are just looking very openly inside us, what is awareness? With a very open outlook, no? Like, not like already know that, like 90% I know what is awareness, it's just about 10%. Let me fill in that 10% and I will declare that this is what is awareness. No? This is not how truth is known. Truth is known every time freshly. That's why the one who tries to know the truth is always busy, but also always joyful, excited, happy, very, very happy. Or all other states of a being is still always busy and also not happy. Because that time we are trying to maintain the false. This time we are trying to discover the truth. The difference, no? We are trying to project, like, okay, this thing looks like awareness as per my understanding. Oh yeah, I think it has to be. Because there is nothing else. Okay, so this is awareness. But the problem with the false knowing is that it is never balanced, it is never stable, it is never joyful. Like it cannot make you free from maintaining it. If you know yourself today, you are absolutely free from it. You don't have to maintain this knowing who you are right now. No. It's not that we have to maintain, okay, now I know that this is what I am, that I should remember, otherwise I will again forget, and if somebody will ask me who I am, then, kind of, just a moment. I know, I remember, I have known it clearly. No, we will not do like this, no. The true knowing is alive knowing, no? In this true knowing, what happens, Prajot? The knower starts waking up. And the more the knower is waking up, the more truth of what truth is really is revealed, which is so different than what we think at first, in the beginning, or in the middle, or even in the end. It is so different even from what we think in the end, when we are actually waking up very, very, very fast. Even then, it is different from that. Like very beautifully, I went to remember Guruji's words that as we are waking up, like I don't remember the exact words, but in different ways he said that our last words when we are waking up or coming home to who we are not words Our last expression is silence. Not the silence which we are trying to be silent, like, I don't want to because it is fashion or it is tradition. No, because we are not able to say anything about this truth. It is so truth. It is so very truth. It is so very much one truth. But there is no language in the mind which can represent it in any possible way. Not even a single word can be said about it, which looks like, yes, justifiable. So Prajat, you can understand now that how fixed we are. We know everything. We know awareness, consciousness. We know just everything. And yet somehow, as if we don't feel any joy out of true knowing brings joy. Are we joyful? Are we so excited and happy in our life? No? And this true knowing, which we have known a lot of knowledge, no? It has brought only dividedness more, dryness more, deadness more. No? In comparison, just a simple knowing that I am here right now, can fill our heart with joy, beauty, which we have never experienced before. And every time we experience it, every time it is fresh. Every time it is first time, really. This is true knowing, Prajat. The true knowing actually begins from knowing our own existence in this body. That is the first time we come in contact with true knowing, or we fall back into our way of being. Way of being is way of knowing truly, no? Like this. So even this, what you said, is better than the previous versions of your own knowing about awareness, but it is not really true yet. Is there any awareness separate from you? Is there any you separate from awareness? Is there any experience separate from you, the experiencer? Is there any object which you can be aware of, separate from what you are, the awareness? If still those things are there, then correction is possible. No? In the clear final view, final seeing of truth, there is nothing else. There is just nothing else. Just you, the pure being, nothing else. No confusion, like what to do with this now. I have kind of become free from, my mind, but how to be free from body? No such thing are here. Like, know more clearly who you are. That's the answer. No? As you know more clearly who you are, you will know what is body, what is your relation with it, whether it is there, like how exactly it is there, how exactly the body is there. No? Where is the body right now, Prajot? What the body is made of. What is your relation with it? So this is what I mean, wake up little more by just sitting in yourself. All the truth, absolutely all the truth is known by us as we sit in ourselves. We don't have to go anywhere to know anything. No? But somehow we do the parallel work. We keep holding on to the knowledge of the mind towards the same subject. Like just sitting meditation also produces some knowing inside us. But we have already a parallel knowledge towards it. And we keep comparing or keep, flipping from one to another also. No? That's where the confusion, no? Clear mind will be where we know really what we know and we know clearly what we don't. And that is clarity, no? Clear mind. No? Like, hey, I know exactly what is meditation, just sitting and everything, but I don't really know what happens when I'm there. No? So at the mind level, we can be so clear. That is something very intimate and deep, maybe. No? One way of looking at it, maybe. No? So, Prajot, I have a kind of trick question for you. When you know inside you that actually when I'm trying to know whether awareness is there inside me or not, I find myself to be aware. No, I am this awareness. No, you said like this or no?
Like felt like feeling is there, like feel myself.
Yeah. So you're like, I am this awareness, like this. So when you are knowing this, I am this awareness, are you being aware or are you just being yourself?
Ji, I'm being myself. And then
Yeah.
this
So
is
you are not
happening.
trying to be aware of anything. You are just sitting in yourself or not. This is what is just sitting, just being. No?
Ji,
And we may get hypnotized sometime by listening to these words repetitively, that awareness means I have to be aware of, of this, to be aware of the fact that I am awareness. Maybe it will work for some, and it will sometime create a sort of a hypnosis in the mind also for some other, no? So just see if it works for you, very good. Whenever we are progressing in the spirituality, which basically means moving towards the center, no? What we call position on the map of existence is like how far we are from the center, how close we are to the center, no? Center of who we are, center of our existence. What is the center of your existence, Prajot? And where it is right now? And where you are in relation to that? No?
Ji, I don't find any center, or I feel that
What I meant is that you are like a kite, no kite. You know kite, which we fly in the sky. You are like a kite which is attached to a line, no line, to a thread. Be aware of the kite that you are. So, so you are like a kite in the sky, attached to a thread. No? Be aware of yourself means be aware of the kite that you are. And you will start becoming aware of the thread which is going somewhere. No? And then you will become aware of the source or the center. No? Like this. No? But for that you will have to withdraw yourself, your attention from all the other kites which are flying in the sky, and your work that is going on with them, your play that is going on with them, that trying to dodge some, trying to cut some, or anything and everything, no? Like involvement with all the other kites, not only which are actually outside, but also which are inside our memory and mind, no? Like withdrawing all of ourselves from all of it. So just staying as ourselves, or just living the truth that I am, is living the kite, no? Living the kite. Then we know the thread. Then the thread becomes visible to us. So that's what I mean, how far we are from the center. Our first center is I am. That is the beginning of our center. Like that is the door to our center in a way. No? Or in the body it is the center also. No? Like that. I think we are good, no? Thank you.
you're very good. Thank you very much.
Are we doing good here also? If you all have noticed, it is a very beautiful satsang today. No, it's just that we are not really talking special things today. No, we are not really talking special things or in special ways. It's just that we are more interested in living the truth today. No, yeah, Mila, you want to say something?
Yeah, sorry, I feel so excited. Very beautiful meeting today.
Yeah, it is actually.
You shared sometimes before about the flow, and I feel it's like so much what I would like to live with you more. Um, this in this morning meditation, I always asking that it is clear for me that I can't do anything, I can't want anything anymore, and the only one things which I pray that allow me to flow today as you, Lord, decide. And what I feel to flow with it is it's very beautiful to sense that you're not doing, you're just flowing. Maybe you can share something more about it.
I think it's a good idea. Let me just share something, then we will end this meeting now. Because this where you are inviting me, Mila, cannot be really a discussion. Just something I can share, no? We can live together, that's all, no? It cannot be really back and forth discussed or like this, no? I would like to look at it in a more neutral way, no? Yeah, I hope it is fine, Mila, for you. And then we may come together where you what you expressed also, no? Uh, when we are present, no, in our life normally, not awake to who we are, not aware of who we are, no, like this. That time actually we are a mix of the being and consciousness, no. Like two things are living as one thing. This is what we call I am. Everybody calls it itself I am, no. In this I am part, which everybody calls, still everybody has these two things, being and consciousness. Whereas the consciousness is the tool used for creating the dream of separation and being and lived. That dream is lived by the same consciousness also. Whereas the being enjoys the play of the dream being created and being lived. That's why any being which want to play, it will not appeal to that being that just be, or just sit, or just stop, or don't do anything. It will not appeal to that being. No? But somehow we understand at some point that not part of what I'm doing in my life, not part of what I'm thinking, not part of what I know, whole of it is somehow has some fundamental mistake, and I have to stop and see, review, and look deeply into what is going on. No? That is the first time the being stops. Because whenever the being stops enjoying the play, then being has to stop. The being stops. That time being stops. Before that, being is not going to stop. I am sharing some very direct, simple truth, which is not really in any other particular way. It is just neutral truth. So the being stops when being stops enjoying. No? Enjoying what? Enjoying the dream which it is creating itself. No? Then when it stops, then the first thing it discovers is that I am actually. I kind of did not think that I'm here. No, like it first time. This is why it is called waking up in a way. No, waking up like first time it realizes that I am. It was there, very much there. No, that being was very much there that time when it was creating the dream and dreaming it, enjoying it. No, who else was enjoying the dream? The being. No. So first time when the dream becomes a nightmare in a way, maybe little bit, maybe not so much to your liking, then the being stops and realizes that I am actually. No. Now after this. Again, two ways. Go out or go in. Go out means go into the consciousness, create more objects of perception, dreams, live them, enjoy them, balance them, flow with them, or just stay as yourself and go in the deep depth of knowing of yourself. What is the point of going in the deepening of knowing of who we are? The point is that by knowing deeply who we are, we know what is consciousness and how the dream is created and what is dream also. What is dreamer also. So this is what is true knowledge, Mila. By knowing ourselves more deeply, we know everything also. No? So within this, now I'm trying to come to where you started. That I every morning sit quietly inside my being, and I pray that, oh Lord, allow me to flow the way you want me to flow today. In my understanding, it is a very beautiful thing what you are saying. Very, very, very beautiful, very pure. Because you are just making sure that you don't want to fall in the false way anymore. You just want to remain in the true way of being, true way of flowing. Like you are not even deciding what you want to know today. That okay, I will let the Lord and the flow decide what I will know today. For me, it translates simply in the neutral way. It translates simply to just being true to yourself, or true to the truth, like committed to the truth, like nothing less than true. No? For me, this is how it translates. But in general, this is a very beautiful gesture of the soul also. I feel I appreciate it. Thank you, beloved. Very, very nice. So I want to end this now, but I want to still remind all of you that for me, it's much less important what experiences we are having, and all, what we have achieved and not. What is more important is how stable we are. Stable basically means undivided. Meaning, who is undivided? The consciousness? No. Consciousness is always divided and going to be, this is the function of consciousness, to be divided. The more divided the consciousness, the more variety of experiences, energies or forms it can create within ourselves. No, you, the experiencer of it. You, the being who is attached to the consciousness as I am. We can maybe even feel it like this. I am. No, this I is consciousness. M is being. No? Being does not need to say I even. Like it is so true. Like who you are is so true that you don't even have to say I to be yourself. If you can live with me right now. No? Even that is the activity, the consciousness part, no? Movement. So this I am basically means I is consciousness, M is the being. This just sitting meditation or any approach like this um, tries to withdraw all of our consciousness more and more into one single pointedness, like where we try to feel our existence, our being. As a result, what happens is that's the divided consciousness, which is working like a thinker and thoughts, experiencer and experiences, observer and observed. All of this kind of come to a single point, even if not all of it, but sufficiently, where it is able to say, I am. You know, so this consciousness which says I got connected to the existence that you are, the being. Then you, the being, does not feel I am many things or many people. You feel just I am. At some point, this is single pointedness of or rootedness of this I, the consciousness into the being M that you are, it will serve its purpose. Then you will not need this to know who you are or to be who you are. No? You will be free from consciousness also. No? In this way I am saying, because the word consciousness is used in many, many different ways. But in this context you can understand. Like there will be such a ease and relax in you of you being always true and existing, no? Regardless of whether you are aware that I am or not. You know, I hope it can be understood. So this is the thing, when this consciousness, I, goes into division too much means like a lot, then it produces a lot. Like we can have as many thoughts as we want. We can have as many objects about or subjects on which we want to think as we want also. Or we can have no thoughts, no subjects. All the consciousness which is creating the subjects and the thinker of them is just residing in the being. No? What is the value of stability and contemplation at the level of consciousness is that where you, the being, somehow at least come to one single thinker, single experiencer, at least. Like it's a minimum requirement to come home. This is what we also call single pointedness in a way. But the purpose of it is not really to single pointedly keep looking at something, but it is more realizing that I am the single seer of everything that I see since morning till night. I am the single thinker of all that which I think since morning till night. So this is like a beginning of coming from this, what I used to say 2-1-1-0. From this 2 means like consciousness is 2 divided into one single one. That I am a single thinker of all my thoughts. And then from here even deeper, that I am not only the same one who thinks, I am the same one who experiences also. Like one being. I am the same one who thinks, experiences, does everything also. 0 is what we are, the being, beyond being anything. We are not being anything now when we are. No, the being is not being anything. It is without trying to be anything. This is somehow has to be lived by us. Otherwise, we will think that this is something. This is what is our natural state of being. And this natural state of being is the most simple in nature and also most simply accessible to us in a way. But it is just not given value. I think we were talking, Miriam, the other day. It is just not given value. Because what for? Like why I should be just being and not trying to be anything or not trying to experience anything or not trying to think anything? Why? The answer why is what we have to get through sadhana, through contemplation, through meditation, through dhyan, through everything. Before that we cannot stay as ourselves, howsoever hard we try. Because staying as ourselves does not require effort. Not staying as ourselves requires effort. And if we are making effort, we must know why we are making that effort. And first of all, we must know that we are making effort. At least we must be this much aware. No? Yeah, I think it makes sense or no? So all of that is part of spiritual growth, being aware that I'm making effort. Now it's just about how to stop making effort. Just sitting meditation is a very good idea in that direction, by the way. In case you did not notice. Those who are trying to stop doing things now, just sitting meditation, the understanding, it is understanding. No? It is understanding like sharing towards the being that we are, not towards the doer, thinker, or anything else that we think we are, no? Or we take ourselves to be. That's why if it is understood, it start working immediately for us. If not, then it is going to be a lot of struggle, like, oh my God. I mean, this is the only thing which I'm not able to do, we will feel like this maybe, or I think it's very good, thank you. I think very, very good, beloved. Very happy to meet all of you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining today.